Perez Hilton and Candace Owens discuss parenting and gender dysphoria in children. Very interesting topic. And very controversial too. If you guys didn't know, September of 2020 is when I got saved, and that's when the whole like political crazy misinformation, crazy storm started to come along. And I got into politics a lot during that time. I could go too into it because it's not what this video is about, but I was seriously deep into politics during that time. Story short, I was putting more faith in a man than I was putting faith in Jesus Christ, and I found myself focusing way too much on the news and being brainwashed about the stuff that was going on. Brainwashed, I wouldn't say brainwashed in like how liberals are, but I was brainwashed in the right wing, I would say. Now I'm more or less I don't care about politics at all. Like I don't care. If it has to do with the end times, I will pay attention to it. But when it comes down to political propaganda, I'm not paying attention to that because I know what their agenda is. Um, but as far as when it comes down to like what like political party I am, I'm not affiliated with any political party. But if I had to choose, I would probably be a conservative Republican, maybe. Because they align with most of the Christian values that I stand for and morals I stand for. So yeah. Candace Owen, I'm pretty sure she's a Christian conservative. I've seen her debate a lot of people. I've seen her talk trash about the Kardashians, as she should. She was a big advocate for anti-BLM during the whole George Floyd situation. Yeah, I agree on most of the things that she says. She's talking to this person. I never heard of this person ever in my life, Perez Hilton. I don't know if it's this guy right here or this guy that looks like the Green Goblin. I don't know what this is about. This guy definitely looks like Willem Dafoe. Like he looked like he could be his brother or like step cousin or something. I said step cousin, cousin or something. He definitely looks like Willem Dafoe. Definitely in like every aspect. Not even trying to be funny. Without further ado, let's see what they're gonna be talking about. I'll leave my thoughts and opinions at the end of the video. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's see what they're talking about.
I do want to harp on this one point because it's very important. It is a lie to suggest that, and I'm not blaming you for this lie, by the way, to suggest that it's just reversible. It's a very dangerous lie, right? There are extreme consequences of going on puberty blockers. It's not like you just pausing a YouTube video
Or it wouldn't
and
even
you
be
can come back and say, okay, now I want to watch the rest of the video. Once you have skipped puberty, you have skipped puberty. The consequence can be if you're a boy and you skipped puberty, you would have literally a micro penis. You can become infertile. You cannot experience sexual pleasure. These are lifelong decisions that are being made by adults who I think are well-meaning. I don't think, Maren Morris wants to harm children, but it is very dangerous when she is using an opinion that people are taking in as facts when they actually believe that their children are going to be rendered happier because of all of this. No child can decide for themselves whether or not they want to have children long term and say, I'm willing to forego this. They don't know that. That's not the information that they're being given when they go to the doctor's office. I also think it's dangerous to assign meaning to what children say. Children have a different idea every single day. Are you actually gender dysphoric or are you just a child? Do you want to be Spider-Man today? Would you support a scenario? And I always think of this scenario because I babysat where I had a little girl who legitimately came to me crying and said she was a mermaid. Like she did not want to go out of the bath. Would you view it as responsible if I said, yes, you are a mermaid and you can sleep in the bath from now on? And now I'm going to take you to get procedures to have scales sewn onto your body. Would that sound absolutely insane to you for me as an adult to do that?
I will share what I think. And my understanding of being a conservative is you don't want other people telling you how to parent. And that's what I'll say. I mean, if
that could be a defense for child abuse, though, right? I don't want people telling me how to parent, but I don't want children abused ever.
I don't want children abused either, but your perception of abuse might be different than my perception of abuse. Clearly.
That is wow. Uh, this is another new age belief. Your truth is my truth. Your truth is this. The truth is absolute. The truth is not subjective, bro. Child abuse is child abuse. There's no just your definition of child abuse is my definition of child abuse. That doesn't. Oh man, that new age belief is really annoying. Like I hear this all the time, every single time. It is so annoying. Like when people say, Oh, it's my truth. You know what? It's your truth. You can believe that's your truth. You can believe whatever you want. Okay, that's you, boo boo. That's your truth. No, it's not. No, it is not. The truth is absolute, bro. 1 plus 1 is 2. It will never be 3.5. It will never be 1.5. It will never be like just 1 or 0. It will always be 2. The truth is absolute. It does not change. Oh my, you're like, I'm sorry. That is so freaking annoying. Like when people say it's my truth, oh, stay to your truth. Like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Stop saying that, bro. Stop saying that. That is freaking annoying. Stop putting your feelings. Your feelings are not true. Nobody cares about your feelings, bro. You think the sun cares if you don't like it? It's still gonna rise. It's true, right?
Very dangerous. That's a very
In your
dangerous.
So why
opinion.
should your perception have to do with her kids and her perception have to do with your kids? Why don't you parent your kids and you parent your
Exactly,
kids? And everybody
absolutely.
walk away.
So I think that walking away from that is very dangerous, and I will tell you why. We're talking about abuse, right? So I would not be comfortable with this argument if we were in the court of law and somebody said, "Hey, you've just been beating your children for 8 months and locked them in a basement," and someone said, "Let me parent my kids," or "Hey, you're
But
a man, you've been
also-
your child, for the last 10 years. Let me parent my kids." There are
But-
truths and there are untruths, and to me, it is a truth that having your child undergo transition is a form of child abuse.
I missed that.
That's your opinion. But also, I feel like,
Opinion.
but this is
Okay.
why we're here today.
Okay.
In the world.
You know what's so crazy about this? Like, I'll say this at the end of the video, but I just wanna get this thought out. It's so crazy that a kid has so many thoughts going on in their mind. They have so much fantasies, they have imaginary friends, they have a whole bunch of stuff going on. And the adults or whoever, I think people that have this mindset of letting the child choose what they ever want to be, like, oh, if they feel like they want to be a girl or whatever, and let them go about it, I feel like they're a predator, bro. I feel like there's something wrong with them. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not gonna sit up here and like sugarcoat nothing. I think there's something wrong with them. I think they really are demon possessed because that is sick, bro. Like imagine if I was a kid, right? And I said I want to be a dinosaur, or I want to be a dog or something, right? Or like some crazy animal that eats that's a cannibal and eats other animals, right? So that would mean I would eat other humans. So you mean an adult will tell me, oh yeah, go be a dog, and they will like start giving me human stuff to like animal stuff and start treating me like an animal? That's okay? Okay. 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 And you know what's what bothers me the most? They don't tell the kids like this is like a tremendous, like this is like a detrimental thing. Like once you make this decision, it's over. You know what I mean? It's not like they're a teenager and they have like maturity. These kids are immature. They don't know what's going on. They're just a kid. They just want to live. They just want to have imaginary friends, whatever. But do you have to teach them right and wrong? You can't just let them go do whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, we don't let babies like go around do whatever they want. How like you know how babies like pick up food? They pick up anything for food, right? We're not gonna make a baby pick up anything, let them eat it. Like, oh yeah, it's this baby. Let her do whatever. Let her he or she do whatever she wants, right? Or he or she whatever. Let them do whatever they want. Let them pick up whatever they're on the floor, whether it be like a scissor or something. Let them eat it. You know, it's whatever. They're a baby, whatever. No, right? You're gonna discipline them not to do that. You're gonna take them and be like, yo, no, don't eat that. No, don't do this, don't do that. Why are we making kids make a decision if like to be another gender or whatever? Why aren't we trying to help them? Why are we trying to say, yo, if you make this decision, like this could like be detrimental to you, right? Or nothing like that. There's no coming back after this, right? You know this, right? And we don't try to help them or like try to mature them or like, maybe when they're 18, whatever, when they're grown, make that decision. Let them be a kid. Let them grow up, being a teenager, and if they still dealing with the issue, and if, when they're an adult or whatever they're doing, let them make the finalized decision. And actually, I think the people that are dealing with gender dysphoria, which is actual, well, it's not apparently, if you look it up now, it's not a mental illness, but back then in the 1980s, back then, it was a mental illness. Like people used to think like something was wrong with you, bro. If I think people that are dealing with this and they think that their body should be in another body, I think they should get medical help, or they should get counseling from a pastor, or they should get prayer. They should get help so they can feel like, yo, be happy about. You know how miserable you have to be to think that you're like you're supposed to be somebody else. You know how miserable that is. You need to get the help that you need.
World out there, the amount of gender dysphoric young people that are going
I
through
like how you put
any
this.
medical intervention, it's not that many.
That's not true.
That's
Do you
not
have
true.
numbers?
That's not true. That is not true.
It's I don't have numbers, I'm not going to share, but
I do. Would you like to hear them?
it doesn't matter to me.
No, but it should, because you're
Doesn't matter
saying
to you.
something,
It
right?
should.
So like we want to get to the
And,
truth here.
and then we'll sure share it and cite it.
So there was a study that was done in the UK. Within a 6-year period of time, there was a 4,000% increase. There was another study that came out in Texas just a couple of months ago that mirrored the same 4,000%. So we have a 4,000% increase within children that are medically transitioned. If you take that 4,000% increase and you take what is made over a lifetime with synthetic hormones with these children, it's $1.3 million if you start a child at 14 and that child lives to 80 years old. That's $1.3 million. We're not talking about all the medical
But what I'm
complications.
getting at is the amount of children or teenagers doing this. I don't think it's hundreds of thousands. It might not even be more than 10,000 a year, to be honest. I don't know. I'm not going to share a number that I don't know. But if I had to guess, in the United States, the amount of teenagers or pre-teens that are having any kind of hormone intervention, in the thousands, I'm guessing.
Okay, well,
and how many hundreds of millions of people, and how many teenagers are there in America? Countless millions.
Okay.
So what you're saying is that
Is let the parents
there's
parent
enough-
their children.
So you are fine now that you've been given the facts of how this. By the way, these are the effects that have happened to somebody who did this as an adult, right?
Yes, and
We are
look
sharing-
at Caitlyn Jenner.
Right.
Caitlyn Jenner would
Right.
share a very
But-
different experience. She's transitioned
Well,
now
no,
for
Caitlyn
over.
has spoken out about the depression that Caitlyn faced post transitioning and things of that nature. But I do want to say this: you are now armed with more facts. We are telling you that this can render someone infertile. This can render somebody with.
Well, like I said at the very beginning, it wouldn't be my first go-to, but what would
that
you?
this is
It's okay.
used. It's not about first go to.
Okay, if
you are-
you're a mother of two
Mhm.
in 15 years, 12 years, if your child says, continues, not once, obviously, if your child over a period of months says, I'm going to,
told you that's a
I don't
unicorn
do
fart.
this.
That's not true.
well, let me ask the
It's not
question.
true.
Well,
Cite the study on that, because that is not true.
I'm
You
just-
are
I'm just
medically
asking the
transitioning
question.
a whole generation of children because you just said that, and you are fundamentally wrong.
In
on that.
your opinion.
No, it's not an
Okay.
opinion. It
Here we
is
go with
not
this
my
an
new age
question
opinion.
stuff.
was directed to
That
Candace.
is not an opinion.
Your sperm don't make you male.
Then what does?
It's a constellation.
In reality, in truth,
Whose truth are we talking about?
the same truth that says we're sitting in this room right now, you and I.
No, you're not listening.
If I see a chicken laying eggs,
She just said that it's not true that they're sitting in a room together. And she just said that sperm doesn't make you a man. You cannot make this up, bro. You can't. What is our generation? Like what is going on? Like what is actually going on? This was an ad, by the way.
All 7
That is
studies that
your
said that. No,
opinion.
it's a retraction on 7 studies.
Okay.
You cannot say that and have it true. The odds
All right.
of those kids will happen to 7 to 10 years after. You want
Okay.
to talk about facts and feelings? We'll do it. But don't say these kids are going to.
Didn't say that.
The
Did I
odds
say
are
that?
is they will.
Okay, so
After they
you're
medically
presenting.
I said
if-
if a child tells
okay.
you over the period of months, if
Well, you
I
take
don't-
them to the
and I can answer
hospital
you,
and
yeah.
you have them seen for suicidal ideation.
Right. I would not put them on something that I know is going to long term give them real suicidal thoughts because they've realized they can't go back and their parents have assigned truth to what was just a feeling, right? It is my opinion that there is no such thing as transitioning. Yes, you can medically castrate yourself. Yes, you can get a bunch of cosmetic procedures. At the end of the day, you can't just transition to be a man or to be a woman. I am a woman. I can, there are things that women can do that men cannot. And because I have looked into this issue and I've spoken to people that are being silenced, there are so many people like Scott that are coming out and saying, listen to my story. Early onset osteoporosis, people's bones. I mean, could you imagine your bones deteriorating?
Boys.
Yeah, for a child, for boys. If you go
Wait,
on these hormone blockers,
was that guy
right? Not
trans? Did he like transition to a woman? I don't know who that guy is. So somebody will have to tell me in the comments. I don't know who that man is. I don't know if he, because she was talking about him and his bones or something. So I'm pretty sure he was used to be a trans woman. So it's crazy.
being able to have children. That's a
But
big
it also goes back to what I said a minute ago. I don't know the number, but I'm guessing it's not that many young people.
What do you mean when you say, like, what do you expect, I guess, the reaction to be if you go, well, it's just not that many people? Does that somehow justify Maren Morris signaling that this is just an LG? Because it's not. To me, the T issue should be knocked off. LGB, you're talking about a sexual preference. When you're talking about transitioning, you're talking about medical procedures. You're talking about castrating children.
Some trans people don't have medical intervention.
But we're here discussing children because you and I disagreed about the children.
Yes.
Right?
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Very interesting, bro. Very interesting stuff. Man, the whole look, the man was like the main point the guy was saying, the Perez Hilton guy, the main point he was saying was, oh, it doesn't happen as often, or it's not huge amount, whatever. They was giving evidence, he wasn't giving nothing. He was giving his opinion, right? And he was saying, oh, that's your opinion. Okay. Look, even if it doesn't happen that much, it still doesn't value what they're doing to children. And even if it's not that much, they're still programming children to think this. They're still programming children to be like, yo, if you're feeling this way, it's ask your parents. And it's also like they're also making a law, like I'm pretty sure it's a law that a children could get puberty blockers, or if like a parent cannot tell them no if the child wants to transition. If they want to get the puberty blockers and things of that nature, the parent cannot say no. Like it's actual law. Like you will get arrested, fined, or something like that, or they'll take your child or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's in like different states. I'm not too sure about that. I'll probably put it on the screen somewhere. But yeah, bro, like, bro, it's really insane. It's really insane that they're doing it to children. It's a different story if it's a man, woman, make your own decision, whatever. But children are vulnerable. They don't know what they're doing. This time they don't even know what's right or wrong. And we still have to discipline them on, don't do this, don't do that. So why aren't we disciplining them about gender identity? Why are we doing this? Why? Why are we doing this? Why are we telling a kid that, yo, if you feel like you want to be a woman or a girl or a boy, it's okay. We'll get you to that. We'll make you happy. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? It's actually sick. Really sick, bro. Children. It's not like I said, it's not like it's adults, even 18-year-olds, you know what I mean? In college, making decisions of their own. It's children we are talking about. Children that don't even know what most multiplication is or division. They don't even know what that is. They don't even know how the earth is formed. They don't know nothing. And yet we're telling them that it's okay for them to transition if they're feeling this way. Not knowing that when they get older, they might want to change their mind. And that from that point, once you cut off your Johnson, once you cut off your mangoes, it's over. It's over for you. That's why most trans people they don't do the surgery and cut off their stuff. But some of them they do, and it's quiet for them. There's no going back. There's no going back. Or they take all these blockers, all this like puberty stuff, all these pills, all this, and they're messed up. They can't reproduce. They can't do things as they used to do. They're destroyed. Their body's destroyed, and they can never go back. And then that's when the SD rates go high. and you get the depression levels go high. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. I think it's really sick what they're doing to children. It's child abuse. It's sick. YouTube might even take this video down because I talk crazy in this video, and they may say it's homophobic, transphobic, or whatever. Nobody hates. I don't hate trans people. I'm not afraid of trans people. I believe every trans person deserves respect and love. But I just believe that they need help. I think that if you are in a position where you think you're somebody else and you're always you're always in a battle with your mind, I think you need help. I think you need Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior to get you out of that situation. I'm not even gonna say I believe he can get you out of that situation. I don't think, I know. I believe you could be set free from that gender dysphoria and those thoughts in your head saying, "Oh, I'm miserable. I can't. I don't know. I don't know which body I'm supposed to be in and whatever." I think you could be free if you believe in Christ Jesus and you receive His Holy Spirit and He gives you a new mind and you'll be born again. You won't even have those thoughts ever come into you ever again. Accept Jesus Christ, and He'll change that for you. Anyway, let me know your guys' opinions in the comments below. This was a long video. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe if you are new, turn on the bell if you want to be notified anytime I post a video, and if you haven't already, give your life to Jesus Christ because He's the most important thing in your life right now, eternally and soul-wise, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. God bless.